What if the true love isn't what you really expect? Let's dive into the Rumi's story of a king meeting his divine guest. This is the 7th episode of King and Maiden Story by Rumi. A short recap is that the king met a beautiful maiden, fell in love with her, brought her to his palace where she got sick, and then in the dream, king saw that somebody with a divine presence will come to help him. Like other episode, I first read the verses in poetic English, followed by an interpretation in plain English, and then I read it in a Persian, the original language of Rumi, to hear the beautiful musicality of it. And then in the end, I will upload a meditation video tomorrow so that you can dive this teaching deep into your subconscious. In verse 74, Rumi says, the king himself, instead of the chamberlain, went forward to meet his guest from the invisible. When the king himself, instead of sending his guard to the door, shows that the importance of direct encounter in spirituality. And in modern life, we would see that there are many ways we can learn and follow a spiritual journey. We can read, we can hear audio, video, or meet people in person. And the more close the encounter, the more beneficial it is. So if you meet the person who is spiritual, it would have a higher impact than other methods. If you watch a video, it's going to be better than just reading books about it if the context is the same. The verse also shows the respect for spirituality. King, with his huge position, goes to the door to meet the person just because he knows that he has a divine presence in him. And it's also applicable in our life. We can prioritize and also respect people who are more spiritual because we can learn from them. In verse 75, Rumi says, both were seamen who had learned to swim. The soul of both were knit together without suing. So it shows that both king and his guests were deeply spiritual. It also shows that the souls were together without physical ties, which represent a deep spiritual connection between the king and his guest. In terms of applicability to our modern life, we can see that the deeper connection that we have with somebody, the more it would be good for our growth. If our friends and partners have the same values and goals, we can see that those relationships can be very constructive and very enjoyable. And most importantly, if you and your partner or your friends are in the same spiritual journey, and if you more or less have transcended from your ego, so you're not communicating from ego kind of base, and you are more connected to spirituality, you can see that the quality of those relationships are a lot better. Please leave a comment in the comment section below and let us know whether any kind of spiritual or deep connection with somebody has really impacted you positively in your life. In verse 78, Rumi says, the king said, you were my beloved, not she, but in this world, deed issues from deed. So here Rumi is talking about the true beloved. And the true beloved is the person with a more spiritual connection, who is the guest and not the maiden. And the applicability to our modern life is that when we seek a deeper connection through shared goals, shared values, and shared spiritual connection, we find closer and more true friendships and relationships. Similarly, if you are following a career choice based on passion and your goal, you will have more fulfilling life than when you choose a career that's not based on your passion, which causes you anxiety and stress. Have you been in a relationship that was based on superficial values, and as a result, you suffered a lot, and then you realized the importance of having deep connection, and that resulted in you going and finding somebody who is more compatible with you, and that really had a great impact in your life. This is what Rumi is talking about. He says that meeting the maiden and suffering a lot to do that, and meeting you with the same spiritual essence and transcendence from ego, shows me that this is a true love. Please in the comment below say what do you think is true love, and share your thoughts and feelings about it. In verse 77, Rumi says, "Oh, you who art to me Mustafa, while I am like unto Omar, I will serve you with all my ties." This shows a huge respect that the king has for spirituality. And he says that the respect is so much is like the respect that Omar had for Prophet Muhammad. In our modern life, it's very important to have great mentors and really respect them and serve them. Serving the spiritual teachers can be like Omar serving Muhammad. Generally, serving would result in increased spiritual connection with them, and it can also create a ripple impact. Your action would have a little bit positive impact in the world, but it may have a ripple impact, and over the time that impact can be really big and meaningful. The other thing that this verse is also teaching us is humility in learning. So no matter what position we have, even if we are the king, we can still learn from spiritual teachers, and we have to be always open to learn and grow. Please leave a comment in the comment section below and tell us whether you had a mentor who had a huge impact in your life. Now I will read the verses in Persian so that you can hear the beautiful poetic expression of Rumi. Rumi says, شه به جای حاجیان فا پیش رفت، پیش آن مهمان غیب خویش رفت. هر دو بحری آشنا آموخته، هر دو جان بیدوختن بردوخته. گفت معشوقم تو بودستی نه آن، لیک کار از کار خیز زد در جهان. ای مرا تو مصطفی من چون عمر، از برای خدمتت بندم کمر. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the future episode. Next, I will upload a meditation video after this video, and the aim is to drive the important teaching of this episode to our subconscious. And the important teachings were the importance of spirituality, prioritizing it, increasing the feeling of the divine presence within us, and also enhance deep connection with the universe and with the divine. Thanks very much, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.